2-in-1 night?
Yeah. What's the move?
What's up? You want to run a 2-in-1 night?
Right in front.
You want to
Good.
run a 2-in-1 night?
Absolutely.
So let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
Let's make it
Jake Paul just got roasted by Floyd Mayweather after canceling his fight with Mike Tyson. It seems all the hype was just to grab some spotlight and dirty fame, just like some intellectual boxing experts predicted. In the first place, Jake made it sound epic, but as the fight day got closer, he bailed without any excuse. Now he should have known he couldn't dodge a brutal roasting from pros like Mayweather. From day one, Jake Paul seemed overly confident about his fight with Mike Tyson. In his interviews and podcasts, it was hard to tell if he was serious or just chasing fame. Everyone thought he was crazy enough to fight Tyson, but his cleverness was hidden behind that bravado. In boxing, even a bad name can earn you money, and that seems to be Jake's ultimate goal. So far, it's working. Jake has fought NBA players, MMA fighters, and many times he's lost because, as compared to Mike Tyson, his wins are not counted as a great experience, and Jake isn't clueless about the consequences of facing Mike Tyson. Everyone predicted that if this fight happened, Jake would get hurt so badly he couldn't recover from the public's hatred. But Jake's attitude was, "Who cares, man? Just do what you want to do." Meanwhile, 90% of boxing experts have been roasting Jake Paul since day one, making him feel he's picked the wrong fight. They believe he lacks the inheritance, skill, or experience needed. Even before Floyd Mayweather, the first to react to this fight was Bernard Hopkins, who said, "Jake Paul has no idea what he's getting into. Tyson will crush him like a bug." Bernard Hopkins, also known as the Executioner, is one of the most respected figures in boxing. He held the world middleweight champion title for over a decade and became the oldest world champion in boxing history at 49. It might have been an honor for Jake that such a legend spoke about him, but unfortunately, Hopkins's words were more roasting than appreciating. In Hopkins' view, Jake Paul's lack of understanding about the sheer brutality and technical complexity of facing someone like Tyson is evident. Despite Jake's rapid rise, he leverages his social media presence more than true boxing skills, which contrasts sharply with the journey of fighters like Hopkins and Tyson. Then came Joe Calzaghe with another harsh truth for Jake, saying, "Jake Paul is all talk. Tyson will silence him for good." Joe Calzaghe, known as the Pride of Wales, is one of the greatest British fighters, with an undefeated record of 46 wins. He held the WBO super middleweight title for over 10 years and unified the division. To Calzaghe, true boxing greatness is about the journey, discipline, and respect for the sport, elements he believes Paul lacks. When Calzaghe says Tyson will silence him for good, it's not just about predicting a loss. He means Jake will face a transformative, humbling experience. To be silenced means more than just losing. It implies ending Jake's bravado and superficial confidence. Calzaghe sees Tyson as the ultimate truth-teller in boxing, someone who will expose Jake's lack of real skill. Calzaghe's statement reflects a broader concern about the current state of boxing, where entertainment sometimes overshadows genuine competition. As a purist, Calzaghe sees Jake's rise as a symptom of this trend and believes Tyson will set things right. Despite all this, Jake, in his podcast, brushed off the insults and kept up his confident front, saying, "I'm certain I'm gonna win. Like I'm gonna him up. Hell yeah. No, like for sure." This kind of certainty, especially against a legend like Tyson, isn't just bravado. Fighters need to believe in their victory to perform at their best. Jake's statements generate headlines and keep him in the spotlight. But the real challenge will be facing Tyson in the ring. If Tyson hits him, Jake will realize the harsh reality of boxing. Sure, the views will skyrocket, but the credibility and potential backlash will stick with him for life. And let's not forget Floyd Mayweather's roast. Jake might have thought it was just an exhibition, but Floyd didn't hold back, saying, "What's in the water in the UK because y'all be ducking, bro. Hey, duck, goose, duck, goose." Jake isn't known for his hard work and dedication. He's more about pranking and making videos. His response was more of an insult to himself. Instead of taking the criticism to heart, he spouted off random words. "It's a pro fight now, so it's just war. Hell yeah, I'm going Akwe. Him up." Jake is new to boxing, and stepping into a professional fight without much experience is risky. Professional fights follow strict regulations, and a loss can significantly impact a fighter's career. Jake, in his overconfidence, has termed it as a war. His journey from YouTube to the boxing ring is filled with bold claims and high stakes, but only time will tell if he can back them up in the ring. Jake Paul's confidence started strong, but roasting from legends like Bernard Hopkins and Joe Rogan probably made him rethink this fight. Ultimately, he called it off, and now we're seeing the fallout. Even Lennox Lewis, a rival of Tyson in his prime, had some harsh words for Jake. Lewis said, "Jake Paul is a joke in the boxing world. Tyson will make quick work of him." Lennox Lewis, considered one of the greatest heavyweights ever, didn't care for Jake at all. This guy held the undisputed world heavyweight title and defeated top contenders like Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, and Vitaly Klitschko. When a fighter of his caliber calls you a joke, it's a big deal and humiliating enough. Lewis wasn't just being mean, he was pointing out a real issue in boxing today. Jake Paul, with his social media fame and strategic opponent choices, seems to be bypassing the tough, merit-based rise that real boxers go through. Lewis's statement highlights the frustration many feel about the current state of the sport. Lewis's prediction that Tyson will make quick work of him shows his confidence in Tyson's abilities, even after all these years. Lewis knows firsthand the psychological and physical challenges of facing Tyson. He's saying that Jake, despite all his bravado, isn't prepared for the level of ferocity Tyson still brings. For Lewis, it's not just about the fight itself, it's about restoring boxing's prestige. He sees Tyson as the enforcer who can show the world what real boxing is about, highlighting the gap between seasoned fighters and social media celebrities. Deontay Wilder also chimed in, delivering a punch to Jake's ego with his words. He said, "Jake Paul is going to regret ever stepping into the ring with Tyson. He's not ready for this." Wilder's career is marked by ferocious knockouts and intense rivalries. When he says Jake will regret it, he might have seen what we have ignored. Wilder knows that boxing isn't just about throwing punches, it's about rigorous training, mental toughness, and enduring under pressure, qualities he thinks Jake lacks. Wilder highlights the respect Tyson commands, even though Tyson is older. His legacy as one of the most feared fighters ever still holds. Wilder knows that Tyson's experience and aggression pose a challenge Jake isn't ready for. The regret Wilder talks about isn't just physical, it's psychological. Facing a legend like Tyson isn't just a fight, it's a mental battle. Wilder, who's faced his own high-stakes matches, knows that real preparation involves deep psychological resilience, something Jake hasn't had to develop in the world of social media fame. His words serve as a sobering reminder. Boxing is an unforgiving sport where respect is earned through genuine challenges. Jake's entry into the ring with Tyson isn't just ambitious, it's potentially dangerous. Wilder's critique emphasizes that shortcuts in boxing often lead to harsh lessons, and Jake might be about to learn this the hard way. In the end, Jake's decision to cancel the fight with Tyson probably saved him from a world of hurt, but it also exposed him to the brutal honesty of boxing legends. And just when you thought poor Jake Paul had enough, Sugar Ray Leonard steps in and delivers the final blow. According to a few sources, Leonard's words were the last straw before Jake announced the fight's cancellation. Leonard said, "Jake Paul thinks he's a boxer, but he's not. Tyson will show him the difference." Come on, Sugar Ray, why so harsh? We get it, Jake was on the wrong track, but a little sympathy wouldn't hurt. Sugar Ray Leonard's critique is rooted in his deep appreciation for the artistry and dedication required in boxing. Leonard, a master technician in the ring, sees boxing as a craft honed through years of training. Leonard's career is legendary, marked by victories over some of the most formidable opponents in boxing history. His legacy gives him the authority to judge. For Leonard, true boxing prowess is earned by facing and overcoming elite competition. Jake's transition from social media influencer or a Disney character to boxer lacks the foundational elements that define a true fighter. Sure, Jake has generated publicity, but that doesn't mean he's walked the authentic path of a professional boxer. When Leonard says Tyson will show him the difference, he's highlighting the vast gap between Jake's manufactured boxing persona and the reality of facing a legend like Mike. Leonard knows Tyson's ability to dismantle opponents isn't just about strength, it's also about his deep understanding of the sport's intricacies. Well, it's a broader commentary on the commercialization of boxing. He's frustrated by how the line between entertainment and genuine athletic competition has blurred. Jake's rise, driven by his digital influence rather than traditional boxing merit, represents a departure from the sport's core values. Moreover, Leonard's statement highlights the educational aspect of boxing. Facing a true champion like Tyson can reveal one's true standing. Well, believe me, I've only touched the tip of the iceberg here. There are tons of boxing experts who have talked about this mismatched fight, and they all think Jake's decision is nonsense. Some are more brutal about it, while others try to show a bit of sympathy. So, what do you think? Which side are you on? Comment your thoughts below, like the video, and don't forget to share it with your boxing crew.